Hello everyone, my name is Katie and I am the Introverted Reader, and like I promised you on Twitter, this is my review of Princess and the Frog. I actually just finished watching it a couple minutes ago. And then I got myself a coffee, collected myself, and now here we are. So, first and foremost, I want to thank all y'all for your lovely support on the last video that I did, last movie review that I did, and oh my lord, it's warm in this room. I've never really done a movie review before. Actually, no, that's not true. I just haven't done one in a while. You know, I haven't really done one where I actually sat and took notes. So I have my notes right here. So Princess and the Frog is obviously a Disney movie, and it is the story of a young black girl named Tiana. And, you know, she grew up in New Orleans with her mom and her dad, and she loves cooking and food and all that. And, you know, it was really her father's dream for them to own a restaurant and, you know, for people to come from everywhere and try their food and whatever. So she kind of makes it her life's mission to get up enough money to get the restaurant in memory of her father. Although she ends up getting herself into a little bit of bother because she is at a party and she ends up kissing this frog who claims to be a prince. But then whenever she kisses him, instead of him turning back to human and her, you know, him turning to human and, you know, her getting the whatever, she ends up turning into a frog herself. So the whole premise of the story is that these two end up having to work together in order to, you know, obviously turn back into humans again, and for the prince to get his royal life back, and obviously for Tiana to get a restaurant. What I liked about this movie was its focus on family. You know, because Tiana comes, you know, from, you know, just very simple background. Both of her parents are just normal working class people in New Orleans. I'm not 100% sure what era in time or in history the film is set at. I'm guessing 1920s. Is it? I don't know. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's like 1920s or something. But anyway, so normal working class family, and, you know, her mom wants her to settle down and find someone, like she wants grandkids, and Tiana's like, no, I don't have time, I have things to do. And like, that's what I tell people anytime people try and talk to me about marriage, because first of all, I'm 28, let your girl live, okay? And second of all, that's my mantra too. I'm just like, I have things to do, I have things that I, you know, want to accomplish, and that is what I really, really like about Tiana. Like, I have written here that I do relate to Tiana in some ways. Now, you can all tell from here that I'm not black. I know that I'm not black. This isn't a race thing, okay? But I relate to her in the fact that, I have it written down here, we both work in restaurants. Yes, we do. Technically, I work in a cafe, but, you know, same basic premise. We get whatever pennies that we can. Yes, we're all rubbing our pennies together at this point, but yeah, like I do understand. Like, I've been in jobs, like the job I have now definitely pays a lot better than some jobs I've had in the past, let me tell you. And, you know, Tiana worked 2 jobs. I worked 2 jobs at one point in my life. Would never do it again. Ever. ever. It was whenever I was doing childcare back in the day, and I would go to one nursery in the morning and then skedaddle on home to have a quick lunch, change, and then go to the other one in the afternoon. I think I only did that for no more than a month or even a couple months, until I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. So I dropped, because the one that I went to in the morning was like way too far away from where I live. Like it was way over in the other side of town, and the one that I went to in the afternoon was only like around the corner from my house. So I was just like, you know what, to make things easier on myself, it's just a lot simpler if I just let go of the one that's just too far away and stick to the one that's more close by. Another thing that I relate to Yana in some way is that we both love our food. Although I mentioned this in my Ratatouille, I mentioned this in my Ratatouille review. I'm not really a cook. Tiana's a better at cooking than I am. I mean, I can make you a really nice grilled cheese. That's probably the best I can do. And I also have written here, I did a video over on my friend Steven's channel over in the Lawn Gnome, that his series, it's like a Disney showdown, almost at SmackDown, but it's not a SmackDown, it's a showdown. And we were talking about Princess and the Frog, and I mentioned that Almost There is like my theme song for whenever I'm going into work or for whenever I'm going home. Like, it's just one of those songs to get you like livened up again, you know? And another thing that I have written here is that New Orleans looks like a beautiful, beautiful city. Like, there is just so much history behind that city, like so much dark history as well. Like, it's the mother place of voodoo. Like, and it just looks beautiful and magical and creepy, and it's definitely a city that I definitely want to visit, hopefully in the near future, because it just looks lovely. Although, if American Horror Story taught me anything, it's that do not mess with the voodoo, okay? Not that I would ever, but, you know. And some of the themes that run along in this movie that I really liked is the whole theme on hard work is the key to achieving your goals. And I do firmly believe that, like, working hard at something and putting your all into something, especially something that you're passionate about, is definitely the way that you can achieve your goals. But also as well, never forget those around you that love you, and that you know, you can't be you can't like have work be your main focus. Like, you need to have priorities. You know, like Tiana, like, she loves her mom and all that, and like she had, like, you see there's a part in the movie where some friends of hers ask her to go out with them, and she's all like, no, I can't, I gotta work, and they're all like, see, told you she wouldn't want to come, she never comes with us. And I mean, I don't really have that many friends knocking down my door asking me to do things, but you know, like, you're like, I mean, a job can come and go, you know what I mean? But like, the ones that really matter are the ones that stay. So never ever forget that. And also never forget like who you are and where you're from. And Tiana is definitely a person that you know, like, the whole issue, the whole like she never thinks about her being black. She's just like, I'm just a young woman who wants to achieve my goals and get my restaurant and work hard and do my best. And, you know, the fact that she was almost denied her restaurant simply because of where she was from, like, and like, it just speaks volumes to what's happening in the world right now. Like, and that's why it's so important that we need to be speaking out more and supporting those, especially women, that are, you know, small business owners, you know, like black or white, you know, we need to support each other, you know what I mean? And I wrote this last little bit, you know, whenever they go to visit Mama Odie and she's singing her song, you know, you gotta dig a little deeper, which, by the way, I've heard that song plays a lot in the Disney parks, like, apparently like around restaurants and stuff. But I just wrote down, like, it's not about what or who or where you come from. Like, it's all about like who you are, like, on the inside, like way deep down deep, you know, like, never like let things derive from, like, never let anybody or anything allow you to forget where you're from. And like, it's not really about what you want. Hang on, did I write that down? No, I didn't. But another thing is, I hope I'm making sense, but another thing that I got from it was that, you know, it's not really so much about what you think you want, you know, it's just sort of like, what do you really need? like really, really deep down, like what do you really, really like need? Like you say you want all these things, but what is it that you really, really need? And what is it that you really, really want out of life? And you know, like that theme is definitely very, very present throughout this whole thing. And you know, and just Tiana's story, just really, I definitely feel like in these times can speak to a lot of people. Like, especially if you're someone who is trying to maybe get your smaller business off the ground. I am rooting for you. But yeah, all in all, I enjoyed the movie. It was a great time. I even did my makeup to look a little green, like a frog. Sorry, I'm wearing my glasses because I'm literally going blind. But yeah, I did my face to, you know, fit the theme. But yeah, I mean, all in all, like I said, I really enjoyed this movie a lot. It's really sweet. It's really heartfelt. I love the music. I love the setting, you know, like New Orleans is just, I need to visit there so bad. Like, it's just, it's beautiful. And yeah, like I really, really love the characters. And I was, as I was watching it, Tiana's friend Charlotte, the white rich girl, for some reason I was getting Blanche Devereaux vibes off of her, but like the PG-13 version of Blanche Devereaux. Like, anybody else agree with me on that one? I hope I'm not completely loopy when I say that, but yeah. Well, that is my review of Princess and the Frog. I really, really loved it. It's wholesome and wonderful, and if you have Disney Plus or if you have it on DVD, watch it. Or if you've never watched it before, I highly recommend that you do. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I do have more videos coming this week. Like I mentioned on Twitter, I am going back to work next week. Pray for me. So my videos won't be as consistent, but I'm going to try and get the ones that I promised you done this week. So Twitter, Instagram, down below as always. The subscribe button is right down below as well. So if you want to subscribe, if you're new, feel free to do that. And I really appreciate you guys being here. It's been real fun. Bye.